Welcome back, friends! We're finally getting started on this goddamn foiled rose card. Oh, this has been so frustrating for me. I think I'm actually loading the video right now of this whole shit show that has become dealing with these damn roses, and me thinking I could save some time, use some tools that I have that I haven't used in a little while, and it just turned out to not be the case. So we are back, and you'll see the video that I'm loading now before you see this one, so that's good. So I did two different deco foil of the roses, which, oh my gosh, this thing's gonna be the death of me. So I did them in pink on a black cardstock, which you can see here, and then I did, of course, the red, which is pretty, but I decided to not use this red. I'll use that for another project, and it's actually sitting here on my parchment paper on this doily. Not that I intended on this being anything but me just setting stuff to the side, but I think this might make a really super cool card. Anyway, that being said, we're not doing this today. What we are going to do is this. So I am working with the Love Letters collection from Little Yellow Bicycle that is not around anymore, but it's a really pretty collection of black and white and this dark pink, dark red. It's very floral, it's very Valentine-y, hearts and stars, and well, maybe not stars, but it's very like love based, like a Valentine kind of based line. So I don't really want to make a Valentine's card, but I love the colors. I like the pink, I like the black, I like the gray and the white. And I remember, I think I had said, no, I know I had said on a previous video, I must have used this before because I had all these scraps and I don't remember what I made. What I did make with this line was a card for my niece, John's niece, that just got married in February on Leap Day. I made a card for her and her husband for their wedding, and that's where I use this line because it's very love, and you know, it's a really sweet line. But I made it for them not knowing what their wedding colors were, and incidentally, their colors were red. So scored for me. So I want to use up kind of the pieces and parts that I still have from when I made their card, which their card was beautiful. I'm really, really proud of how it turned out, and I hope they loved it as well. So what I'm going to do with this piece today, and I've kind of pulled a few things. I've got some little punch out pieces, hugs, kisses. This is a chipboard circle that says every day. I've got another heart from the same thing. This is a scrap, this is a scrap, this is a scrap. The doilies I have on hand, obviously I have one up here. So this is where I'm thinking I'm going to go with this card, and using the black because I really love the black and the way that pink stands out against it. So I'm going to move this off to the side, and this is going to be a process video, so it might go a little long because I'm still kind of working stuff out in my head, like where I want it to be. Look, you can totally tell that's a scrap because it's like it's busted right there on the corner or on the edge. So I like this color scheme, so I'm going to put it, I hope my head's not in the way. Is my head in the way? I don't think so. I'm going to try to not put my head in the way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just kind of eyeball this piece. Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? There we go. I don't know why my music just stopped. And I'm just going to mark it here. Oh, it's like super quiet. I don't know, maybe it's building up. Get my trimmer. Yes, I have 5 trimmers. They all serve different purpose. Now we're going to bring this down. Let's see. Hopefully I cut that piece square before. We're about to find out. Oh yeah, perfect. So I want a really very slim border from my pattern paper, and I'm just using a white cardstock base for my card. And I'm going to make it horizontal orientation. So because you guys, there's my phone again, sorry. Because you guys know how much I love the inking, we're going to use some Tim Holtz Black Soot Distress Ink, Black Soot, however you say it. I'm just going to ink the edges of that. Left, right, top. Because I'm going to have to fit all of this together on this card base, and I don't want to ink the bottom because it's going to kind of be covered up by the other elements that I have. All right. I'm just going to let that dry for a second because, as I've said in my other videos, the distress inks do not dry quickly. So if you just stick it down, it's going to smudge other things, which if that's what you're going for. Ooh, hold on. Get my tape gun here. If that's what you're going for, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to try to mitigate that migration of ink as much as I can. So I'm just going to get this guy stuck down to my card base. I always check because I've done this so many times. This is the way the card should open, right? Sometimes, not even paying attention, I'll do it this way, and then this will be the way that the card looks, and when the recipient tries to open it, they can't because I did it upside down. And I don't want to do this upside down, so I'm going to be cognizant of that. I'm just kind of, yeah, that's what I want. I kind of want this even border of the white around the edge of my pattern paper. So I'm kind of going through my scraps and I'm looking and I'm like, you know what, I really like this kind of red to break this up. So this is kind of what I was thinking. I'm gonna do this as my bottom piece, which if you line it up, it looks like a continuation, sorry about my phone, of my top piece. So I'm like, sweet, that like actually looks good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to ink this guy on the right and the bottom. And I kind of want that ink to just go a little bit over the side. So you can see I did it here. Maybe you can't see it very well. Bring it up here. Where it just kind of goes, it just dresses off to the side. I kind of want that kind of grungy look because that's kind of the style of the paper already. And I'm not going to worry too much about, oh look, I got a smudge there. We're going to cover it up here in a second. I'm not going to worry too much about, oh, these overlap, it's going to be thicker there in the middle. That's okay. I'm not going to fuss and fight about it. Because, trust me, I have fussed and fought, I guess is the right way to say it, over these damn roses that have just given me fits. So I'm kind of at the point where I just want to get this card done and call it complete so that this does not give me any more fits. Okay, so you can see it kind of, this pattern kind of matches up to this one, which was what I was going for. It looks like one complete piece. If you didn't see that, it kind of looks like one whole complete piece. So in addition to this, I want to bring in my little doily here, which these are super cheap. Super cheap. But they add a nice like feminine touch to a card. So I'm going to use this guy. I'm not going to follow this. Well, maybe I am. Nah, I'm just going to cover. I'm going to go all the way to the left edge of this card with this doily. So let's put down some adhesive. I think I've kind of got it on all the solid parts. We can add more if we need to. So I'm going to go all the way to the left edge of my card. I'm going to stick that guy down. And it's going to still, obviously you can still pull it up here, but we're going to put some other stuff on top of it, so it's not going to matter. So I'm going to flip this guy over. I'm going to trim off this kind of excess at the top. And on the bottom, let me open this so I get kind of a clearer view of what I'm doing. my phone again, sorry. Oh, someone's trying to sell me CBD. Okay, whatever. I love crank calls and crank texts, I guess. Alright, so there's my doily. Now that I've got that in place, I'm gonna kind of, oh, I gotta put my little punched out hearts here. This dotted, so you can't see it, but I can, but this is the separation point of those two papers that I just did. So what I want to do, actually I might put this in this way, is break those up a little bit with this piece going across. So it looks like it is one continuous piece, but I wanted to break that up so it's not one continuous piece of a pattern, of that pattern, and I wanted to put this guy here. And it's going to hang out just a tiny bit, but I like the way that that looks when it drops off the edge. So I'm going to ink this. Actually, let me put it back. Let me measure, and we can cut. Or I can cut. You guys aren't doing nothing but watching. Alright, we're going to cut that. I'm going to cut that piece that kind of got tore up a little bit off. Let's go ahead and ink. Because I want to show that separation. I mean, it's obviously a separation because it's a different pattern, but I like to accent that with the black distressing of the Tim Holtz distressings. I just like it. I don't know. It's kind of my thing. It was a thing a long time ago. I don't even know if people do this anymore. Like, it's not, I don't think it's a trend, but I like it. I like it. So I'm just kind of running my finger along the edge because this stuff does not dry quickly. And if you can see my fingers, like, yeah, I'm just going to wipe my fingers off here real quick. Because I'm going to smudge something else and then I'm going to be super pissed when I go, oh my gosh, how did that get there? Well, because you're touching stuff with dirty fingers. That's how. Okay. So let's go ahead, throw caution to the wind and put our adhesive on this. And then kind of position it. I'm trying to make sure this is on camera. Hope that's not my head in the way. But I'm just making sure it lines up with this edge over here. So it looks intentional, not like, oh, I dropped something out of my hand and it got stuck down, which happens sometimes, but, you know, we go with the flow. So now I've got my pink floral piece, my pink roses, which I fussed with the idea of whether I wanted to make the leaves green, but I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm so over these roses, like, y'all, you have no idea. Okay, so while I was kind of fussing with everything, I pulled out the ribbon that goes with this line, and I thought, well, maybe the ribbon, and I wasn't sure, so I'm still debating. I'm still auditioning this ribbon because it is black, but I do. Oh, there's my husband. Oh, he just made it to the ranch! Yay! Give me 1 second, sorry. I'm a very slow texter. Very slow. So, I type extremely fast, but when it comes to texting, I'm terrible. I'm very, very terrible. Okay, so I was thinking of doing the black ribbon here, which kind of offsets this black kind of swirly. But then I thought, and I'm just gonna go with it. So I have this stamp set that came with this collection, and it has this really beautiful swirl right here. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna use this guy, because I want to balance that black swirl here at the top right of the card. Oh, you can tell I've had this for a long time if it doesn't even want to come off the flippin' packaging. Wow. Say a prayer, y'all. Say a prayer. I'm just going to manhandle it. Holy hell. Okay. So I'm going to stick this onto my acrylic block and get my waterproof ink, Finesse Spectrum Noir waterproof dye ink in black. And I'm just going to ink up my stamp here and put this where I think it makes sense. So I think I want to do, ooh, goodness gracious, like something like this. Offset. You know what, let me get a scrap piece of paper. The last thing I need to do is put permanent ink on my mat here. Stamp, 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 stamp. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Right there. Ta-da! And I think just to kind of carry it through, I'm going to do a little up here just to kind of help out with that visual triangle. Sorry. Definitely was not prepared to... I'm not prepared to do all this stamping and stuff. But I'm going to do this one a little more this way. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's cover that. Wipe off my stamp. So I got to tell you guys, I found these little chamois towels. They're not like the microfibers. The microfiber has these little, you know, bumps, which I love these things. I use them a lot. But I found these where it's more, so when it dries out, let's see if I can find a dry one. Yeah, so you can cut them into quarters. When it dries out, it's like, look, like that stuff stands up. It's pretty, I don't know, like almost like paper. But when it's wet, it's super soft. I was going to buy a stamp chamois from Lawn Fawn, but I don't want to pay that kind of money. Like, I thought that was ridiculous. So I started looking into different options, and I found those, which were recommended, and I think I paid $10 for 4 of them, and they're big. They're like this, and I just cut them. Actually, it said to cut them into 4ths, but I cut them into 8ths, and they're perfect. They're perfect for what I need them for. And the other ones I just threw down in the drawer downstairs for, you know, cleaning other stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this. So I've stamped my black here and here, which I like because to me it makes me feel better and it's like a little balanced. But what I did not do is I did not ink this left edge, which I'm just going to do. Left and bottom edge. I'm just going to do that super quick. And a little bit of the top, because those are the only parts you're really going to see. Okay. Sorry. Spam. Everybody's trying to sell me CBD today. Okay, so then I'm going to take my pink roses on my cardstock. I kind of want them to hang over a little bit, but I want this everyday sentiment, that's a little fuzzy, you can't tell, to kind of line up with my cardstock piece here. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to stick that guy down, because sometimes if you second guess it, when you get to the end, you'll be like, you know what, I should have went with my first idea. So I'm just going to do it before I change my mind. I'm trying to decide if I want that every day to line up with my cardstock piece here, or if I want it to be a little higher. I think a tiny bit higher. Let's do that. Stuck down now, no going back. Okay. my fingers are so dirty. So now I'm going to, trying to decide if I want to cut that off, because let me try it, because there's my envelope. Yeah, it's not gonna fit. All right, we're gonna have to cut this stuff off. Sorry card is giving me fits. Part of you has to be removed. You know what, let me stick that down a little better. So if I cut too deep in, it's going to look funny on the front of the card. Right. Snip. And snip. And gone. Gone, goodbye. Ooh, that looks nice. I got a little dot there. It's white, so I might fix that with my little pen. This pen guy. Maybe not. I might just let it go. I might just not care. Okay, so anyway, I'm looking through my stuff. Make sure we're still recording and this thing doesn't crap out of me again, because oh my god, that was frustrating. So I have this flocked sticker, and my thought was hugs and kisses, which is always a sweet sentiment. So I kind of wanted the ampersand in the background. Hugs and kisses. But if you overlap it too much, you can't tell what the hell it is. So maybe we do it this way. Hugs and kisses. Okay. Bear with me while I fuss about, oh, I like that. I'm going to stick this guy down. Hugs, which I think should be there, and then kisses. Okay, so kisses is not a sticker. Let me get some wet glue. Stick this sucker down. Cute. Oh, come on. Please don't do this to me. I have struggled enough. There we go. Let's fix that. Hugs. Beautiful. I'm not going to have it touch that ampersand because it looks weird, in my opinion. So then on this everyday, I'm going to put another one of these little hearts with just some wet glue. I'm not going to bump that up because this is a cardstock circle. It's already bumped up. So we're going to do that. Ooh, my hugs heart is kind of wanting to go a little wonky. Don't do that to me, Bubba. Okay, let's see what else I have here. This is really coming out nice. I like it. Hugs and kisses every day. Let's see what else we have on here. That's not like a sweetheart type of thing. Smile, love, you and me. I'm your smooch. Yeah, no. I don't want to use these because I've had them for so long. I'm pretty sure these were white at one time, but because I've had them for so long, they've kind of turned yellow. I think I'm still recording. Okay, I'm going to pause because I'm not sure. Okay guys, we're back. I'm glad I looked up at the camera when I did because I only had, I think 3 minutes left on the card that I had in here. So put a new card in and here we are. So while that was doing its thing, I went ahead and continued on with the process of this card. So we added, or I added, you guys didn't do anything but watch, or actually you didn't watch because I was doing it off camera, but I added some gems here, a little couple of embellishments here. I added this, I don't know if you can see that, I added this cardstock piece. I put some pop dot type thing underneath it. I use quite a bit of things. I use some Nuvo drops, which you can see here. Some Nuvo glitter drops. I think this is silver moon dust, but it's a silver color. Put down all of my embellishments here. Added a few things, added some gems, added some more of the Nuvo drops. So what you can't see, or maybe you can, is here, these two lines on either side of every day, as well as a couple of mist spots that I had on the this foil piece. I went ahead and I used the Deco Foil adhesive pen. I don't know. It's dry now, so I'm going to give this a shot. I'm not going to run it through my laminator because I don't want to mess up everything else in this card, and I don't know if it would work. So I'm just going to place it over the spots that I had used the pen on, and I probably should be running this through my die cut machine, but I'm gonna see if this works instead. Oh, it did. Look, it did come off. Came off in those couple little spots where I needed it to go. So let's do this side. And I just outlined those couple of horizontal lines on that everyday cardstock piece, because I thought it would add a nice little extra something. I'm just using my brayer. I can see something going on underneath there. Oh, look at that. It did come out. Look at that. Can you see that? Like the extra little pink on either side of the everyday. That's cool. The lines are a little thicker than I want, but that's my fault, because it's hard to tell with that pen where exactly you're coloring, I guess. It's a pretty fat nib. I mean, this is a chisel, but even like pushing down on the paper to start it and then drawing, because it's clear. Let's see if I can draw something here. Because it's clear, you can't really tell kind of where you're drawing. So I don't know if you can see that, like that shine. That's where I just drew that. That's where I was testing it earlier, is up here, just a little scrap piece of paper. So it's tough to tell, and it did come with a rounded nib. Actually, the rounded nib, where did I put it? Here it is. I found it. It came with this on the end, but this chiseled nib, I don't know if you can see that. That chiseled nib came extra, so I took the rounded one out and I put the chiseled one in because I thought it would give me a little more control, but it's still really hard to see where you're putting this on your project. I don't know, I mean, I bought it, I have it, I'll probably use it, but my issue is I didn't know where I was putting it. So it would be nice if they did this with like that like disappearing purple color that they have on some adhesive things, where you put it down and then once it dries, that purple color wears off, so you at least know where your adhesive was that you placed down. So I'm good. I think I am done with this card. I think I've done, oh my gosh, I've done so many things to this card. I've added so many different elements. I think it's super cute. I am not done with the envelope. I will be doing that later, but not right now. I just went outside. I had to help, or not help, I had to do my chicken chores, make sure the girls had their water, frozen water bottles so that they can stay cool. And it is so humid. We're at like 69-70% humidity right now. It's 107 today, or supposed to be 107 today. It definitely takes it out of you. So the card is done. You can see that really pretty pink foil on that black cardstock. You can see the little shiny elements that I added, little sparkly elements that I added. And I will be making the matching envelope soon. Probably not right now because I really need to just take a break and cool off, but this is done for now. I'm so happy to have this kind of off my plate, and I will work on the envelope here in a little while. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Bye. Okay guys, I took a little break. I've cooled off. It's very hot here in Arizona. So I'm just going to go ahead and decorate my envelope. I'm just using scraps that I had from when I made the card. So this one, and I went ahead and started, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should probably be filming. So this is a scrap piece that I had. I just rounded the corners with my corner rounder. I'm planning on, so I distress edge part of it, and then I ripped it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, this is a cool trick that you can use also with your scraps. Let me go ahead and put some adhesive down on this guy. And I'm just going to, I like to have a little bit of a white edge when I decorate my envelopes. I think it grounds it a little nicer. So I put this down. You can see, look, my distress ink. I didn't let it dry, so it's already all over my card. So this is one piece. I tore it. I'm going to flip it over because there's a pattern on the other side. And I think I might have messed that up because I put the adhesive on the wrong part. I did. So what I want, oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to tuck it underneath this piece. A little more than that. Because I like that kind of raw edge on both of them, but it's the same piece of paper. I just literally flipped it over. It's a two-sided piece of paper. I flipped it over and I want to use the opposite side. So now I'm going to stick that down. I mean, super easy to make sure that what you're using is coordinated. I hope I got that on camera because I tend to go down here. Actually, let me just move the camera up so I'm more on camera than doing stuff like down here and you guys can't see anything. So there's my part of my envelope decoration. I've got a little adhesive that's sticking out right there because I didn't measure that correctly. So I'm just going to find, I have a little eraser. I have a couple of them. So this is an adhesive eraser. Pretty sure they don't make these anymore. Sorry. We are memory keepers. But you can find adhesive erasers, I believe, in the art section of craft stores. Or gum eraser, I think is what they're called. I have this one. And I have another one that's quite ugly. Let me see if I can find it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It doesn't really work well for wet adhesive, but it works great for like, oh, uh-oh, something just dropped. Yeah, all over the floor. That's awesome. Oh, I can't find it. But it's square and it's bumpy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna think about where I put it and I'm gonna have to find it. Because it really does come in handy, especially when you're using like a strip adhesive or a glue tape or glue runner. You can take that off. You can take that off and then it's not sticky anymore, which is what you want. So I gotta pick up this mess because I have dogs and they're gonna eat everything that's on the floor right now. Get out. Go. Okay, sorry. That was all my extra eraser tips that go in some of my mechanical pencils that I use when I'm tracing or doing stuff like that. I don't know where my adhesive eraser is. It's usually right in that drawer, so I wonder if my son didn't take it, do something. Who knows? You know, when you're a mom, nothing's your own. Anyway, took that adhesive off. From here, I'm kind of like, So I really like this black, the way this black ribbon looks, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to use that. So let's do that. Let's see. Clip right here. And we're going to use my ATG, just put a strip of adhesive down the middle of that. And just attach it. I'm just going to do the top right here. Oh, see? It's not wanting to stick because this is a textured ribbon. Yep, it all just came off. All right, plan B. Plan B, wet adhesive. I try not to saturate the ribbon. I don't think it's going to be a problem with this one. But sometimes the ribbon, when you put too much of a wet adhesive on the back, it soaks through, and you can definitely see that wet adhesive on the top because it bleeds through, and it kind of looks crappy. You know, I'm going to go ahead and go side to side, top to bottom, edge to edge. So it's going to overlap that little tiny bit of a margin that I left with the pattern paper, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so here's our card, here's our envelope. I'm trying to think of what else I want to put on here that's gonna reflect this piece here. I have a cardstock sticker sheet. Let's see, right here. And it has this circle. Oh, I like that. I like that. But because I've had these for so long, this cardstock, I mean, it sticks, but you really gotta like press it down kind of hard. That's cute. I think that's like perfect. I want to put a little bow or something here. Again, I'm not trying to be super fussy because, oh, trust me, I've spent so much time on this dang card. Not the card itself, but the foil element. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... Alright. Just wants to be a pain in the ass today. So I'm just going to do a real simple knot. Kind of like a lazy man's bow, I guess you could call it. Because I just want a little something. Let's go ahead and clip, and get my glue dots. My Zots, my favorite. So I kind of turn that side so it stays out, so you can see the pattern of that pattern paper, or I'm sorry, the pattern of the ribbon. And I'm not going to put my recipient's name here because, again, well, I know who I'm going to give this to, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. So I'm going to do that with these flocked stickers. And I'm going to put the recipient's name starting here and going across. And this is part of the little sticker pack, which I like because I think it's cute. So I think I'm going to put that down here at the edge with some foam dots. Foam dots, where are you? Here we go. Pop dots, foam dots. I'm not quite sure what people call them. That's what I call them. Pop dots, pop dots. That's what I was thinking, pop dots. Foam dots, pop dots. Adhesive, I don't know. Whatever makes your skirt fly up. And I'm just going to put that here in the corner. Cute! Got our ribbon here. I think I'm going to do some gems down here. Where's my gems? Here they are. Ooh-wee. Ooh. I just totally flung everything. Oh no, that's not cool. Flung it all out. Did you guys see that? It was like raining gems. Goodness gracious. Thank God I just had that one open, because if these went everywhere, I'd probably cry right now. As much as this card is giving me fits. I'd probably just throw the whole thing away. Just be like, forget it. I'm never doing this again. It's cursed. It's cursed. So I'm gonna do just 3 little gems. One here, one here, one here. You probably can't see that glue. Let's see, I think I'm like way off camera. Goodness. I had to get my life together. Let's go ahead. One there. One there. And one here. Don't move. There. No. You stay there too. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 3 more probably up here. And then when I put the recipient's name, I'm going to put 3 more right here. Actually, no. Scratch that. I'm going to do them here. 1, 2, 3. One, 2. That's upside down, so I gotta turn that guy over. 1, 2, 3. Cute. All right, and then we'll do the name, and then at the end of the name, I'll do 1, 2, 3. 3 more right there. So I think that's it. I am so done with this card. So there's the envelope. Here's the card itself. Again, you know what? No, I don't like that. That needs some silver something on there to coordinate. Look, I found a little pink gem that tried to go rogue. I think I'm going to outline this flower in the silver. Just real simple. So I have the music on low behind me, but it keeps going don't. That's the only part I can hear because it's really low and it's highly annoying. All right, let's do that. You know what? I think I want some more silver. Where do I want it? I think here. Let's go in the round. Simple, but effective. Cute. Oh, I didn't want to go up there. That's all right. Wipe it on your pants when all else fails. Or shorts. I'm wearing shorts because it is definitely hot. Ah! Oh yeah, I like that. That's cute. That is gorgeous. Where's my girlfriend Janie says bourgeois. I'm going to put another glue dot on that ribbon because it is not wanting to stay where I want it to stay. Let's do one there, and then we'll do one on the other side too. Make sure that guy stays put. Ta-da! It's meant to be. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm done. I am done. I'm not touching this thing anymore because I'm through. So here's our envelope, our glitter glue, or my Nuvo glitter drops are not dry yet. They are dry on this one, so you can see where they glitter, huh, funnily enough. But it has a bit of texture. You know what? I don't have my light on. That's why I can't see anything. So they do have texture here. I don't know if you can see that. It is a little bit raised where that glitter is, which is good about Nuvo. I love their stuff. And then we've got our card. Or, I'm sorry, envelope. I put this little die cut, a couple pieces of scrap paper from making the card, piece of ribbon, a die cut, another little piece of ribbon, and my little gems. Once I put the name on here, I'll also put 3 little gems down here to kind of balance this visual triangle. So that is it for today. And maybe a little while, because holy crap, that foil element with the roses has kicked my behind. So have a great, it's Sunday afternoon right now. Have a great weekend, you guys, or a great rest of your weekend, and I will come back at you very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.